Yes, hello everyone. I hope you can all hear and see me very well. Welcome to this virtual fair presentation on your study opportunities at Justus Liebig University Giessen in Germany. We are very happy to be here and speak to you students today. I also hope that in the first 10 minutes, a few more people will be starting to join. My name is Ann-Kathrin Lauer. I'm responsible for international marketing at Justus Liebig University Giessen in the international office. And can you see the slide? I hope that you can see it because it's kind of jumping back and forth.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. In case it goes away, I will just click it again. Can you still see it? No, you cannot see it, right? So, okay, the organizers have already left the room. Okay, I will try again start the presentation. I really hope it stays fixed. Otherwise, I will have to contact the support. Okay, so the agenda today. We will first introduce no, it's going away all the time, right? Now, yes, now, yeah, and now it's gone again.
Yeah, now it's gone again. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Like literally, so when we're talking, it goes away.
I don't do anything. I don't know why it goes away. I requested them to enter. Now it's going back again. I didn't do anything, I swear. Going away and going back. Okay, so I see Edu Abroad support is with us. Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I'm sure that you're not like want to hear something back from myself. I missed this part. Are you looking for the organizer of this event? Like
Yeah, they are in now because they had been absent, and I sent them a WhatsApp message so that they will help us with the technical issue because the presentation kept jumping back and forth. So it kept presenting and then not presenting, and that's of course not ideal. So I wrote them a message to join us. Education Abroad, if you're with us in the room, can you please switch on your camera and your microphone? We have a technical issue. Yeah, the presentation seems now it went away again. Is it there still? I cannot see it. It went away, right?
It's
I cannot see it too.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Hello?
Hello. We have a technical issue. So we have been presenting, and whenever someone uses the chat or something happens, the presentation goes away without me using my mouse pad or doing anything.
Understand. So let me try one second. Вибачте за таке. Так, I'm write down in the chat and the presentation is still here. So maybe Yeah, so navigation is all fine. Maybe. Actually, I don't know. Maybe some of your team move some presentation slides and close the presentation window, maybe. But for now, everything's okay.
I hadn't closed it. I had only been speaking, but maybe you can just stay with us in the room for a few minutes, for the next few minutes, just in case anything happens. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, you can proceed.
Okay, so thank you, all of you, for your patience. So we will now try again and start with the presentation. As announced, we will be presenting Justus Liebig University Giessen first, introduce some facts about the university, then tell you about your study opportunities on degree-seeking level, study level, and also other programs and courses, exchange opportunities. And then we will have a focus on our Master in Eastern European Studies at our Center for Eastern European Studies. And then Vladislav, Sofia, and Mabili will introduce their study experience because they are Ukrainian students themselves studying at JLU at Justus Liebig University, and they are here with me today. Thank you very much for their big support. And for the last part, we will then introduce the application formalities and the support structures at our university. But before that, I would, of course, like to get to know you students. So since this is a fair that is directed to Ukrainian students, but also students from some other countries, I would like to know which country you're joining from today. And I have created a little poll that I will activate now that you should be able to use. And why don't we wait 1 or 2 minutes until everyone has answered? Okay, I see some. Okay, also some people are writing in the chat. I see Ukraine is very strongly represented. Okay, a few more people to go. Maybe some people are also participating from home or are even maybe on their way to some place, because I see that many people are also joining from their phones. So about half of people have answered the poll. Yes, we're getting close to all of you participating. Okay, last 10 seconds. Which country are you joining from? Okay, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Okay, I will click stop the poll, and now I will share the results. Can you see the results?
I can see that there are only 53% of people who joined this quiz, this Umfrage, but I cannot see any results yet.
Yeah, me too. I see the percentage of people who voted,
me
but not the
neither.
results.
Me neither. Okay. What a shame. Okay, then the poll tool didn't work, but we will have a few more polls for the remainder of the session, but I feel like most people are joining from Ukraine, as is visible in the chat. So thank you to all of you who also wrote the answer in the chat. And then we will continue with the presentation. So about Justus Liebig University Giessen. Our claim is new paths since 1607. And you can already tell that we are a university with over 400 years of history because it was founded in 1607. We are a comprehensive university, and that's a very German term to admit. But it means that we have the whole range of subjects that you can imagine, and that we have the classical disciplines such as medicine and also law and also economics, social sciences, cultural studies, and natural science. That makes us comprehensive. We currently have 25,000 students, of whom 14% are international students. In total numbers, that would be 3,500 students from 110 different countries. And as of current rankings, we are number 25 in Germany, and we are also among the top 400 universities worldwide, not only according to the Times Higher Education ranking, but also the QS ranking that you may have heard of. So we are an excellent university in Germany, a very good university. We have 11 faculties, and what characterizes is a very broad range of subjects. You might not have heard yet of the city of Gießen because it's a rather small city, but it's very young. So we have 3 higher education institutions in this city and 94,000 inhabitants, and that also gives it a very high student-inhabitant ratio. So many people are young here. We are, by statistics, the youngest city in the federal state of Hesse. You might know that in Germany we have 16 federal states, and Hesse is in the middle of Germany. And we are, despite being a small city, close to the metropolis of Frankfurt, Main, which is the European financial capital and also an important economic hub in Europe and in Germany. And you also get free public transport. So Frankfurt is only a short train ride away. It's about 45 minutes by train. There's also the big airport, the big international airport is nearby. And Gießen itself offers many options for leisure and student life. So I believe the students will also tell you a bit what they do on their day-to-day basis. But there we have an important theater where we have ballet, where we have opera and plays. We also have public swimming pools. We have parks and green areas, sports facilities, shopping areas, restaurants, museums, especially science museums and arts museums, and also the river. And the river is called Lahn. So it also crosses other cities in the area. And you can also go on canoa tours in summer, which is quite nice. So it's also very clean and safe. So yeah, on the lower picture, you can see a typical landscape of Gießen, and you can also see the little map. Gießen is very walkable. It's not very big. It's bicycle friendly, and there are short distances. So on the next slide, you can see our campus, and we don't have an integrated campus, but it is spread all over the city. So this is basically a map of the city of Gießen, and we have 3 main campus areas. We have the campus for natural and life sciences, which also includes some disciplines in biotechnology or even physics and different research centers. And you can see it right here. So in the left corner, then we have the campus for cultural studies and humanities that is called Philosophicum in German. So we have Philosophicum 1 and Philosophicum 2, and that also comprises economics and business studies. That is right on top here. So it also belongs to the cultural studies and humanities campus. And then we have the campus of the town center that also comprises, for let's say, the Zeughaus. Zeughaus is agricultural sciences. We also have a few facilities in cities nearby, such as the Faculty of medicine with the Kerkhoff campus with research centers in Bad Nauheim, which is a small city, a very nice city as well, and also some off-site locations for agricultural education and research facilities. You can also see in the top corner that we also have sports facilities. We also offer sports sciences. We offer veterinary medicine, and medicine belongs to the life science campus as well. And you can all reach them within a short distance, either by bus or by bike. You can also use the bike in some cases when it's not too hilly. Okay, so as said, JLU has 11 faculties. The first faculty is the Faculty of Law. The second faculty is Economics and Business Studies. The Faculty of Law is also one of the oldest faculties of law in Germany. Then we have the Faculty of Social Sciences and Cultural Studies. This also comprises political sciences. Then we have Faculty 04 with History and Cultural Studies. That is actually more about the classical languages such as Latin and Greek and ancient philology, as well as religious studies. And then Faculty 05, Language, Literature and Culture, is about the modern languages such as English, French, but also Slavic languages and Portuguese and others. Then we have Faculty 06, Psychology and Sports Science. And you can see that the upper part is more about the humanities and social sciences. And then the lower part on the right lower corner are the natural and life sciences. So 07 would be mathematics and computer science, physics and geography. 08 would be biology and chemistry. 09, agricultural sciences, nutritional sciences, and environmental management. And the last two are veterinary medicine and medicine. And this also is about dentistry. So dentistry we also offer as a study offer is integrated in Faculty 11. So about Ukraine as a strategic partner, we have over 100 partnerships and corporations and exchanges worldwide at Justus Liebig University. And one of our strategic regions is Eastern Europe. We have 4 information points worldwide where researchers and students can get information about studying and teaching and doing research at JLU. And one of them is actually with NAUKMA, with National University of Kiev Mohyla Academy in Kiev, which is a very close partner of ours since many, many years. We offer special support for Ukrainian students, for example, through different scholarship programs. Only recently, we have introduced a scholarship for equal opportunities for students with a refugee background, for example, or students with care responsibilities, or students who are parents. And in the current winter semester, we have 180 Ukrainian students at JLU. So you make up a large part of our Eastern European student community here, and you will also see later why that is. So for the study opportunities, I will now go a bit further into detail about the programs that we offer, but I would also like to know what you are interested in first. So are you interested in a bachelor, master, or PhD program? Just to clarify, bachelor would be undergraduate and master and PhD would be on graduate level. Master degree is, so to say, a few more years of structured study, and a PhD program is about your own doctoral research. I truly hope that the poll will work this time, and we will just find out. Okay. So, are you interested in bachelor, master? Oh, I can now see the results. That's very good. And we can also see them live. Okay, some people are also using the chat. Thank you. Okay, I think about 35 people have already answered the poll. So 10 people would still be able to. So, but I see a quite clear trend, or it's more or less 50-50. So 13 people are interested in a bachelor degree program and 19 people are interested in a master degree program. Some people have also stated that they are interested in other programs, such as maybe a German course or a summer course. Okay. Good, I'm sharing the results. So thank you for taking part in the poll. And then I would also have another question, not so much on your study level, but about whether you have German skills. But because even though I'm speaking in English, most of our programs on bachelor level are actually taught in German. And therefore, I would just be interested to know whether you maybe have been to Germany before or whether you have touch points with the German language. So, do you have German skills? And if yes, on which level? Okay, very good. So many participants have intermediate German skills. So I see that there is a strong interest in studying in Germany, living in Germany as well. Some people don't, but we have a broad range of offers. We also have master programs in English. Okay, some have beginner skills. And even one person has advanced C1 level. Very good. So that is just a quick impression. And then the last question is about the subjects that you are interested in. So here are the results again from the German skill poll, and I will also start the poll on your areas of interest. So what subjects are you interested in? You can just insert it as a free answer. Okay, so I will end the poll now. And I'm trying to share the results, but I think this one didn't work again because it was also the first question design with the free answer to be inserted. Unfortunately, that just doesn't seem to work. But about your specific study interest, we're of course happy to assess you maybe later in the question and answer. For now, we're going to present the study opportunities at JLU. So in the poll, some of you have mentioned that you have intermediate German skills. If you would like to study a program taught in German, that is all our bachelor programs and the majority of our master programs, you can participate in a German intensive course in preparation of academic study. And this is a course that takes 1 year, and it will take you from whichever level you want to start. You can start at any level, either beginner's level or intermediate, to advanced level that will then get you admitted to a German university. Not specifically only JLU, but also other German universities, because you will be taking courses that take between 6 to 9 weeks each and cost between 400 and 900 euros per course. And then you will participate in an official German exam that also comes with a small exam fee. And then you have official entry permission or the official qualification to enter a German-taught program in Germany. So our degree-seeking studies, we have German-taught bachelor programs in case you already have the qualification. We also have master programs taught in German or in English, and doctoral studies. If you are currently studying at one of our partner universities in Ukraine, we have 3 partner universities in Ukraine. These are National Technical University of Ukraine, Kiev Polytechnic Institute, or also Zaporizhia National University, or NAUKMA. If you are enrolled in one of these 3 universities, you can also do 1 or 2 semesters as a student exchange, or you can participate in the virtual international program. That is a virtual exchange program. And doing an exchange at Justus Liebig University, we do not have any tuition fee, so it's a very good opportunity. You only pay a small semester contribution at our university. We also have international spring and summer courses to learn German, and occasionally some winter and summer schools at our faculties. So again, about our teaching profile. I mentioned that we are a comprehensive university with a broad range of subjects. So we have a lot from the classical humanities to social sciences, including law and economics, psychology, sports sciences, natural and life sciences, including human medicine and veterinary science, agricultural, environmental and nutritional sciences, and food chemistry. And we have more than 100 different programs for degree-seeking studies, so to get a degree. We have 37 bachelor programs, 60 master programs, and also 3 programs leading to a specific degree that is called state examination. That is something special about Germany. And these careers take more time. And these are law, medicine, dentistry, and veterinary medicine. We also have numerous combined and interdisciplinary programs, such as double degrees. And also teaching degree programs, so programs to become a teacher in Germany for all school types and levels, so primary school, secondary school, special education, vocational education, and more. And as I already said, all bachelor programs and state examination courses require advanced level of German, but we have an intensive course program where you can learn German and also take an official exam. And that takes maximum 1 year before your studies. The most participants said that they are interested in master programs. So I would like to introduce our international master programs. You can see them listed here, and you see also the QR code that takes you to the website where you can also click on the particular program that would be interesting to you. As you can see, we have humanities, but also natural sciences. So we have the Master in Anglophone Studies that is about English language, literature, and culture, the Anglophone world, the English-speaking world. We have a new program that is going to be launched in winter semester this year, so in October, called Agrobioinformatics. We also have agrobiotechnology, choreography and performance for the artists among you, economics of global risk, global change, ecosystem science and policy. That is a joint degree with the University College Dublin. And this one does come with a tuition fee, with a study fee, while the others don't. We also have a program, human movement analytics, insect biotechnology, and bioresources. And then we have interdisciplinary studies on Eastern Europe, which we'll be introducing in detail soon. Mind, brain, and behavior, sustainable chemistry, sustainable transition, and transition management. And many of these subjects are about sustainability, also democracy, peace and conflict, how they influence, for example, the worldwide economy. So these are topics that are recurring at Justus Liebig University. And many of these programs are directed to students with background on bachelor's level in different disciplines. So please check the admission requirements for these programs in case one of them is interesting to you and you would like to get to know them a bit more. So about international student life in Giessen, we have been awarded for excellent international student support at German universities by the Federal Foreign Office of Germany because of our very good support structures. We have an international student center called Lokal International, where parties and intercultural events take place, and quiz nights, get-togethers, exhibition and information events. And also we have a Center for Competence Development where you can learn foreign languages for free. And you can also develop your soft skills, career preparation, IT skills. We have many sports activities, a student orchestra, and many different student clubs. And as mentioned, you can use public transport for free, use the buses, trams, and trains in the federal state with your student ID, do excursions to nearby cities, and explore Giessen. So before coming to the part where we introduce the Giessen Center for Eastern European Studies, I would like to use the time to answer some of the questions that have already been asked in the chat. So we have one question from some 3 minutes ago. Can students from Ukraine apply for grants or funding without the need to prove financial solvency? What alternative sources of funding for studies are available? That's a very good question. So I believe that the person who asked this question is already informed about the formalities about living in Germany as a student. So to study in Germany, you have to submit a blocked account. You have to prove that you are financially able to cover the cost of your studies and living in Germany. And that is currently about 11,000 euros per year. We don't have scholarship programs currently for Ukrainian students before they start their studies, but we have different scholarship programs during your studies, such as the Equal Opportunity Scholarship and also financial aid for students in the closing phase of their degree. But that is only some help for some months of your studies, usually for one semester. But in case it will be difficult for you to finance your studies and to apply for your visa because you don't have the necessary funds yet, I recommend you to visit the scholarship database by the German Academic Exchange Service and also look for discipline-specific scholarships or scholarships that they might have published, so scholarship rounds. And we are not involved in the selection of students for this scholarship, but it's by the German Academic Exchange Service. Okay. Alternative sources of funding for your studies. You are also allowed to work as an international student in Germany for a limited amount of time. So that would be a maximum of 20 hours per week to maintain your main student status. But you can also work as a student and thus have an additional source of income. But of course, you first need the visa. Then I hope your question was answered. So then the second question is, which industry are in the highest demand among employers in Giessen, and how does the university help students find internships and early career opportunities? Thank you very much for that question. So Giessen belongs to the Rhine-Main metropolitan area, and currently in Germany, the most sought after skills would be artificial intelligence, but also, I would say, IT skills. And many of our international programs, if I go back, do teach these contents. For example, in the program in Mind, Brain, and Behavior, it's about perceptional studies, so how the human brain perceives things. It's about consumer behavior, consumer research as well. And these things can be applied to multiple industries, really. But I would say that IT is still on the rise, but also really biomechanics. It's about motor control. The prosthetics industry, the medicinal industry, also the chemical industry in Germany. So many of the programs that we offer. Many programs such as economics of global risk, sustainable transition, transition management, they can be also applied to networks between countries, so international relations, development, and these things. What the University of Giessen does to help students find internships and early career opportunities is that we have a program with workshops for international students for career preparation. So we offer workshops on how to use LinkedIn marketing, how to apply for a job in Germany, how to write a CV in Germany, the structure of job interviews in Germany. So all the social codes that might be different here in Germany. And also the career service also offers individual counseling, and that is free of charge for you. So they can tell you where to find internships in the area, when to apply for internships, and where positions might be open. You can always, of course, talk to your professors, because many professors know the industry really well. That's a very good offer that we have for students. So we have a career service. We also have an alumni network. So we have a alumni network of former JLU students in Germany, but also an international alumni network. And you can also already access that network while you are still studying, not only after your studies. So you can apply early. Then there is a question by Uliana, whether there is a master programs in veterinary medicine. For the international master programs, there is none, but a veterinary medicine is a state examination. So it's an integrated study program that is not divided into bachelor and master, but it takes several years, and that program is in German. It is also with an admission restriction, so it has a very strict GPA. But you can look into that program and maybe do a German intensive course in case you would like to access that program. Then we have another question. Does the university support academic exchange with educational institutions in Ukraine? Is student mobility between universities possible? Yes, we actually do. We work very closely together with our 3 partner universities in Ukraine, especially with NAUKMA. Only in December, we had a very large delegation coming here to Giessen, because we are also thinking about launching double degree programs in the future, but that is still in development. I can briefly look for the press release and send it to you. It's in German, but you can, I believe, use an in-browser translator in order to know more about this. So this is the latest press release on academic exchange with educational institutions in Ukraine. We also have some photos prepared for later. Then we have a question by Andri. How does the application process for master's program differ from students from non-EU countries? It doesn't actually. The application process for master programs for a student from non-EU countries is conducted via UniAssist, and I will later explain how it's done, how you apply for either bachelor's or for master. It's the same. when you have a foreign university entrance qualification that is a high school diploma or a bachelor's diploma from a university outside of Germany, it doesn't matter whether it's EU or not, you have to apply via UniAssist. And I will explain later how it's done. One question is by Irina. How can a student obtain a permit for an internship if it is part of their academic program? You don't actually need to obtain a special permit because you are also allowed to work more than 20 hours per week outside of the lecture phase. So we have a lecture phase, and then we have a lecture-free period. And within that period, you are supposed to do your internship, and you can also do that internship. And usually internships in Germany don't fall under the normal salary, but they come with a small remuneration. But I suggest that you also maybe contact the program advisor of the specific program you are interested in, because I'm not aware of which programs have a compulsory internship. I don't have it in my head. Okay. If a student graduates from a Ukrainian university and receives a certificate, which must be submitted to the Students' College through the university, does the certificate need to be apostilled? That's a specific question about application. I would would like to get back to that later. And Andri is also asking, what opportunities does Justus Liebig University provide for students to learn additional foreign languages? Are there German courses? Yes, there are German courses free of charge for international students who are enrolled. They are free of charge, and they are during this semester. So we have German intensive programs, German intensive courses before your studies, in case you don't know German yet. But if you study in English and you would like to learn German, you can do that for free, and they take place twice per week, always in the afternoon. We also have, through the Center for Competence Development, courses in English, in French, in Spanish, in Portuguese, in many, many languages, and they are also free of charge. I would like to go back to the questions after our presentation, because now we are introducing the Giessen Center for Eastern European Studies on the next slide. And this is where our student Sophia Riabocon will be supporting actually a lot. I hope I pronounced your name right, but I'm sure the Ukrainian students know better because it's a Ukrainian name. She is a student assistant at the Giessen Center for Eastern European Studies as well. So Sophia, thank you very much, and you have the word.
Hello, everyone. I really hope that you can hear me well. And as Anne-Catherine said, I am a student assistant here at the Giessen Center for Eastern European Studies, GITSO, or Gießener Zentrum Östliches Europa. This is actually an institute. Besides, I am a master's student, so I'm enrolled at this university as a full-time student. Well, I can work there. And this is why I'm going to tell you more about the place where I work, this institute, GITSO, Gießener Center for Eastern European Studies, and then I will introduce you to this very program of GITSO, where I also enrolled. The Giessen Center for Eastern European Studies is the regional studies research and teaching center for Eastern Europe at the Justus Liebig University in Giessen. By combining cultural and social scientific research on Eastern Europe, the center provides an excellent basis for interdisciplinary research on this region. Taking the term Eastern Europe to include Eastern Central, Southeastern, and Eastern Europe, as well as Turkey and the Turkic-speaking regions of the former Soviet Union, the GITSO aims to describe, analyze, and evaluate Eastern Europe within the context of Europe as a whole. The GITSO benefits from a long tradition of Eastern European research in geography, agriculture, cultural studies, and social sciences at the Giessen University. So it was a kind of introduction of Gießener Zentrum Östliches Europa, of the institute. And as you can see on the slide, there is a list of faculties. You can see 11 faculties. As Anne-Catherine earlier mentioned, at the university, at the Justus Liebig University, there are 11 faculties. And GITSO Institute, in turn, encompasses only 5. But believe me, this is enough for the interdisciplinary research on Eastern Europe. Then background information. GITSO was founded in 2006. I have already mentioned that this is a regional studies research and teaching center. Now I would like probably to highlight the profile of GITSO, which is based on encouraging cooperation between Eastern European history, Slavic studies, Turkic studies, political science, law, and economics. Actually, these a couple of disciplines that I named are actually crucial to remember, because then I'm going to talk about the master program. This is an interdisciplinary program, and you can choose any disciplines in order to provide, design the program you would like to study. Giessen Centrum Östliches Europa fosters graduate studies in cooperation with the Graduate Center for the Study of Culture. So as far as I remember, and Catherine may correct me if I'm wrong, here at the Justus Liebig University, we have 3 postgraduate centers for the PhD students, and GITSO, Giessen Centrum Östliches Europa, cooperates with the Graduate Center of the Study of Culture, GCC. And to be honest, I think that the building of the GCC is the best on our campus because it's new. Could you please go to another slide, to the next slide? Yeah, now about the interdisciplinary studies on Eastern Europe. As I said many times, I am a student here, a master student, and I study this very program, Interdisciplinary Studies on Eastern Europe. This is by default a 2-year master program, which has 2 tracks, an English track and a German track. And you are obliged to design your unique study program that you would be interested to study. You have 2 majors to choose. The first one is Slavic studies. The second one is Eastern European history. And here on the slide, you see the list of all possible minors. I have already mentioned them. So you can choose Eastern European history as a minor, Slavic studies, political science, sociology, Turkic studies, economics, and law. Thank you very much for indicating the table, which states that Turkic studies, economics, and law are only possible for the German track. I am enrolled at the program, which is an English one, and I decided to choose Eastern European history as a major and political science and sociology as minors. And then you have to write interdisciplinary thesis. Next semester, I will be doing it. Very excited to do. Please, next slide. Yeah, on this slide, you can see the admission requirements, but they are not that strict as described on the slide. Yeah, you have to provide bachelor's degree in a related subject, but to be honest, you can even study information technologies or something like that. You will be admitted. You can be eligible for the program. For instance, I have a group mate who studied computer science or information technologies as bachelors, but he decided to study interdisciplinary master on Eastern Europe. So he applied, he was admitted as a student, but the issue is that you will have to fulfill the conditional offer. It means that you have to take extra credit points. In my case, I lacked like 10 credit points on history because as bachelors, I studied international relations, but I didn't lack political science and sociology. So I just participated in an additional history-related course. I earned 10 additional 10 extra credit points and wrote a term paper. And you are obliged to fulfill this conditional offer within first 2 semesters, in other words, within the first year of study. Among other requirements, you have to possess advanced knowledge of German or English, it depends on which program you chose, and very good knowledge of one Slavic language or one Eastern European language. Once again, it depends on which program you have chosen. Please, next slide. Yeah, on this slide, you can see just examples of disciplines that are incorporated into the study plan of the interdisciplinary GITSOS master. For instance, histories of displacement and exile in Eastern Europe and the Balkans, politics and society in Belarus, Moldova, and Ukraine, memory, politics, and geopolitics in the digital age, and so on. Each semester, the catalog, the electronic catalog of disciplines changes, and as a rule, there are only few disciplines that kind of repeat through semesters, but generally each semester you will be facing brand new disciplines, because we also cooperate with guest lectures that are guests at our university just for one semester. Yeah, so believe me, the choice is very wide. Yeah, regarding our international partners, I would like to apologize in advance. To be honest, this is not an actual map of our international partners network, because due to the Russian aggression and full-scale war against Ukraine, Justus Liebig University decided, not Justus Liebig University, but GITSO decided to freeze partnerships and any collaboration with the universities of aggressor states, Russia and Belarus. On this map, you can see like this link to St. Petersburg, Moscow, and Kazan, and Minsk as well. No, we are not cooperating with the universities of these cities now. But in general, we have a pretty wide network of international partners. I think this is the last slide on GITSO, right?
Yeah, we have some examples of international study trips and excursions. I would also like to add to what Sophia has said, that Justus Liebig University as a whole has paused its partnerships with St. Petersburg, Moscow, and also Minsk and Kazan. So there are no partnerships with aggressor state according to German official policy in all of Germany. And again, on the admission that was mentioned, you can also apply if you studied an unrelated degree, because it will always be subject to individual assessment of the examination committee. It's not like everyone is admitted, and there will be an additional workload for you if you did study something unrelated within your first year of study. So you will have to take up the courses that you hadn't been familiar with. So here are just a few quick impressions that we also do international study trips and excursions with our students, especially at the Giessen Center for Eastern European Studies. Due to the collaboration with Turkic speaking regions and Turkey, here's one from Istanbul. Here's also one from Łódź in Poland. And then here's also one from Tiflis in Georgia. So thank you very much, Sophia, for introducing the Giessen Center for Eastern European Studies and also the master's program. I hope that for some of you, this might have been interesting. It actually also organizes many conferences on the current political circumstances. Very, very interesting. And then Vladislav will tell a bit in Ukrainian about his student life and share a few impressions.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you see me? Frau Lauer, can you see me? I tried to turn on my camera.
I can see you. I can see you. Oh, the presentation went away again. Okay, I can see you. Please go on.
Okay, sorry. So now it's okay, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for inviting me. I'm very glad to have an opportunity to share my experience with my fellow Ukrainians and others, of course. And at this point, I would switch to Ukrainian. Всім привіт, мене звати Влад. Я, obviously, навчаюся в Гіссені, в Justus Liebig University. В 2022 році я закінчив програму політології, бакалаврську програму політології в Могилянці. І з зимового семестру 22 року я навчаюся на магістерській програмі «Демократія і врядування» Democracy and Governance. Сподіваюсь, для політологів, політологинь і всіх інших це буде більш-менш релевантно. Але також я підпрацьовую студентським помічником, асистентом в команді професорки Гавріх. Це жіночка в червоному жакеті. Вона керує Інститутом політології в Гіссені з особливим фокусом на Східну Європу, міжнародні організації, НАТО, ЄС і так далі. Я дуже радий, що я представляю Гіссен саме як могилянець, оскільки Гіссен і Могилянка – це партнерські університети, і я вважаю, що такий обмін, який сьогодні відбувається між нами, він поглиблює відносини між двома інституціями, і це суперважливо. В моїй маленькій презентації я хотів би зупинитись на трьох основних аргументах, чому навчатися в Гіссені, в Гессені загалом це класно, і чому вам необхідно усім скористатися цим досвідом. І мій перший аргумент на користь цього буде такий, що німецька система освіти дозволяє велику гнучкість. В Німеччині, навіть на відміну від України, набагато простіше, на мою думку, з власного досвіду, поєднувати університет і роботу, оскільки тут академічний тиск, він незрівнянно менший, ніж в Україні. Ви можете самостійно складати свій навчальний план, не боячись не встигнути скласти якісь екзамени, ніхто нікого не підганяє. І взагалі здатність до самоорганізації і планування, і тайм-менеджменту тут особливо цінується. Так, другий аргумент, який я на сьогодні підготував, це можливість в німецьких університетах і в Гіссені, зокрема, працювати студентським помічником або помічницею. Це дуже важливий і неоцінений досвід з декількох причин. По-перше, працюючи на професуру, ти можеш зайти за лаштунки університету і зрозуміти, як він влаштований зсередини, як лагодять між собою професори, хто про кого що думає, які плітки плете. По-друге, таким чином можна налагодити контакти з академічною спільнотою, в якій ти працюєш, і це може мати великі переваги в подальшому кар'єрному і особистому житті, наприклад, коли вам знадобиться рекомендаційний лист на практику або для потенційного роботодавця. По-третє, через такий практичний досвід можна здобути багато корисних навичок, які знадобляться в студентському житті, і які часто через просте навчання не здобути, такі як якісний пошук літератури, наприклад, або мовні навички, робота з бібліографією, наприклад, а також залучення в усілякі наукові події організаційно і змістовно. І четвертий аргумент на користь цього – це можливість застрибнути, скажімо так, у інші проєкти, які не дотичні до вашої навчальної програми. Наприклад, тут я дві фоточки запостив. В березні 24-го року надійшла пропозиція... Ні, чекайте. Це було в травні 24-го року, надійшла пропозиція від Ради іноземців при Радхаусі в Гіссені провести воркшоп з українською спільнотою. Вона надійшла початково в університет, в інститут політології, але оскільки я і моя колега, ми знали українську, і ми знали і німецьку, і англійську, і в нас була база для того, щоб провести цей воркшоп, це завдання передали нам. Взагалі, початково його мали провести інші люди, але його передали нам, і ми застрибнули, скажімо, в цей проєкт через, скажімо так, власне, через свої зв'язки, які ми мали на той момент. Також наскільки я пам'ятаю, це був березень 24-го року, я з професоркою Гавріх зміг долучитися до події в Берліні, Кафе Київ, де зібралося багато українських організацій, щоб промоутити Україну в Німеччині. І там я допомагав із перекладом для української і німецької аудиторії. Це також дуже класний досвід, який би не стався, не відбувся, якби я не працював би помічником при професурі. Так, і третій пункт, наступний слайд, будь ласка. Can you change to the next slide? Yeah. Другий пункт стосується тих, хто любить мандрувати. Я сподіваюся, що мандрувати люблять всі. Гесен для цього чудова федеральна земля, це земля контрастів. На мою думку, Гесен і Баварія, оці дві бундесштатен, це саме те, як ви уявляєте Німеччину з-за кордону. Казкова, прянична, трошки містична, з дерев'яними будиночками. І це все тут також є. В Гісені таких будівель лишилося не дуже багато, але від'їхавши буквально 20 хвилин від міста, ви потрапляєте в якусь супермістичну середньовічну казку, в якийсь, не знаю, Гаррі Поттер вайб і так далі. І це дійсно надихає навчатися в такій атмосфері. Чому я кажу, що Гесен – це земля контрастів? Тому що буквально 20-30 хвилин на потязі, і ти переходиш від середньовічного казкового міста в сучасний хмарочосний Франкфурт. Тут також дуже багато міжнародних студентів. І от у цій середньовічній казковій атмосфері ти можеш зустріти людей, які залишаться з тобою на все життя. Гесен – це дуже зелена земля для любителів природи, але також дуже технологічна і така суперсучасна. А Гісен для мене – це таке місто затишку. Воно невелике, але водночас воно ніби знаходиться на перехресті усіх шляхів, сюди легко дістатися, з нього легко дістатися до інших міст. Тому для любителів мандрувати Гісен – це чудове місто, аби навчатися і на вихідних виїжджати і досліджувати землю. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vladislav, for your presentation and for your nice pictures. And then, as a second student testimonial today, is Mavili here with us. Say hello, everyone, to Mavili. And you have the words.
Good afternoon. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I hope you can hear me well and see me as well. I'm right now in one of the campus buildings of our university. So maybe you can see a little bit of the inside. I would like to say thank you for inviting me here and having this opportunity to tell you more about the life of a student in Giessen University. A little bit of brief information about me. I also study interdisciplinary studies on Eastern Europe together with Sofia. I also come from Ukraine, but I'm a Crimean Tatar, and I will highlight also some of the key points of why it is important and why I encourage you all to apply to this program, not only to the GITSO program, but also others as well. So we and you as already understand that the studies are very important, but not only. So and GITSO department always allows to have a little bit of relax, especially at the end of the year. Like you can see in these photos, this was an event that took place last December 2024. It was a winter reception by our president of the university, for visiting scholars, where we, Ukrainian students and all other international students, were able to chat with each other, to share experience, to make new contacts, drinking Glühwein or Glintwein in Ukrainian, and use this informal atmosphere to be engaged more in the university life, to find maybe some new prospects for your career, and find new very important contacts with people. For example, me, I was able to talk to our president and to share my views, my concerns, or like what problems or what advantages do I have studying at this program, and it was wonderful, I think. Also, you can see at the second picture that the whole table is, I think, mostly taken by the Ukrainian delegates who it is coincided with the Ukrainian delegation from the Kiev Mihail Academy coming to Giessen to make this partnership and develop new program for Ukrainian students as well. So it was a really great night. Also, I would like now to ask you to go to the next slide. Yes, thank you. On the first picture, you see the part of our Ukrainian group, Ukrainian students, who we went to Heidelberg, one of the, I think, most beautiful cities in Germany. It was also available for us due to the costs covered by our GITSU department, and we were able to discover the city, to see some museums, some architecture, and have a nice time together, to have this networking, team building, which is also very important while studying. So take that into account and grab the chance when you have it. Also, I would like to highlight the second photo with information that of course, you try to follow kind of the traditional or the structure of your studies, but also the university and our department, interdisciplinary studies, they allow you to share, to be initiative, to share your views, your points, and eventually to take part in different events. Already, as said by Vladislav. And here, me and my colleague, Lydia, we participated in an expert discussion with a reporter from America, James Starr, at the US consulate in Frankfurt. I think it was also a great opportunity for us to speak about Ukraine, to present our perspective, and also to have an exchange of views with other participants as well, coming from different countries, not only Germany, but also Austria, if I'm not mistaken. So when you show your desire to study more, even more than you have to, it will be also granted with such great opportunities. And also, maybe to sum up, I wouldn't be too long. I want to say that in general, a university provides a great platform, great prospects for study, career growth, individual growth, and of course, recreation or relax. And throughout your studies, you are provided with comprehensive support, and your initiatives is always welcome. Also, if you would like to have some internships, I saw that there were some questions regarding that. You can not only work as a student assistant here at the university, at the department, but you can also apply for different institutions. For example, me, right now I'm a student assistant at Harvard Institute for Central and Eastern European Studies, and I work in a project that works with Ukrainian archives, where they're documenting, monitoring all the damages done by the Russian-Ukrainian war. So if you're interested in these topics, you can also apply to that. Our universities have a close contact with Harvard Institute, which is located in another beautiful city in Marburg. You can just Google this city as well and see how really astonishing it is. And yeah, our Giessen department is worth applying for, and our program is is really great for you not to be only a specialist, an expert, not only in one field, but in multiple disciplines like political science, like history, or even social sciences as well, or combine all them at once at your job. So if you have any questions after my speech, you're welcome to put them in chat, or I'll answer them after the end of the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mavili, also for the very nice pictures and for promoting JLU as a student destination, as a study destination. So on this slide, there are also some pictures from cooperations with Ukrainian institutions, and Sophia will say a few words about that before we then take you to the application part, which I think will also have many, many questions to answer.
Yeah, thank you very much for passing the word to me. Before I start my speech in Ukrainian, because I plan to switch to the Ukrainian language to talk about my experience as a student at the YOTLU, I would like to clarify just one moment. We do have some questions in the Ukrainian language in the chat, and I think that we can manage it. So there is one question to Vladislav. I hope he's still there and he can hear me. So one question to Vladislav, and a question about like some specificity of exams and writing the not the term paper, but diploma, right? And one more question in the Ukrainian language. Які дозволи потрібні студент? Okay, it's about job opportunities as students in Germany. I think after my speech, we will address all the questions in Ukrainian, and there is a question, but not the question, rather a comment in German from Hannah. Okay, so now I will be switching to the Ukrainian language. Enough English, I did my best. Так, доброго дня. Оскільки я вже виступала, ви пам'ятаєте, що мене звати Софія, і я є студенткою в Justus Liebig університеті і навчаюся на програмі міждисциплінарної студії по вивченню Східної Європи. І оскільки Маві вже досить багато сказала про нашу програму, про її переваги, про те, що це мультидисциплінарна така річ, яка дозволяє тобі охоплювати різні якби дисципліни від славістики до умовного права. Да? Я на цьому зупинятися не буду. Я скоріше хочу наголосити на тому, що мені подобається в інституті, де я працюю в ГІЦу, і в університеті. Як це взагалі впливає на мою залученість як студент в студентському житті? Однозначно велику роль відіграє те, що через мою афілійованість з інститутом я маю право якби просувати свої власні проєкти, свої власні ініціативи. На цьому слайді я вирішила показати фотографії з виставки «I should diplomas». Я абсолютно впевнена, що ви про неї чули. Я просто підійшла до своєї шефині і сказала, нам треба робити цю виставку. Нас профінансували, ми її зробили, цьому посприяв ГІЦО. Але навіть якщо у вас немає певної афілійованості з якоюсь інституцією в університеті, ви не працевлаштовані там і, скажімо так, не маєте якихось важелей впливу, ви можете все одно на міжособистісному рівні, на індивідуальному рівні домовлятися з професорами для того, щоб зробити якісь івенти, для того, щоб, знаєте, пушити українську агенду в закордонних університетах, де ви навчаєтеся. Так само, що мені спадає на думку, що було досить успішним. Я з колежанкою поговорила зі своєю професоркою з політології і запропонувала зробити панельну дискусію, запросити спікерів і поговорити про те, як, наприклад, заново формується зараз безпекова архітектура в Європі на тлі повномасштабної війни Росії в Україні. І вони пішли на зустріч, і ми зробили цей івент, і він був досить успішним. Ми робили його в рамках Europa Wochen, якби європейські тижні. Отже, це мені насправді дуже подобається тут, бо можна підходити, домовлятися, ініціювати щось, і це обов'язково почують. Також я дуже рада працювати в ГІЦО, адже докладаю свою руку до організації також міжнародних конференцій. Їх тут повно відбувається, і я на них ходжу, і слухаю, і просто кайфую. Також я беру участь в різних івентах, які плануються для налагодження співпраці між нашими партнерами. Я сама є випускницею з Києво-Могилянської академії, вивчала міжнародні відносини і, до речі, одночасно з Владиславом Гулєвичем ми випустилися і вже познайомилися тут в Гіссені. А до цього, до речі, ніколи не зустрічалися в Могилянці. Тому так, мене дуже тішить, що я можу бути присутня на різних зустрічах, де обговорюють подальші вектори співпраці університетів, українських університетів та німецьких університетів. Так, на цьому, напевно, все. Я не буду затягувати про свій досвід. Єдине, що хотіла би поговорити, відповісти на питання від Соломії, які дозволи потрібні студентам, щоб працювати під час навчання, які існують обмеження на робочі години. Тут однозначно можу сказати те, що є певні обмеження на робочі години, які дозволи потрібні. Це залежить від того, на якій підставі ви знаходитеся в Німеччині. Я тут під параграфом 24, і я могла з самого початку працювати. Це означає, що в мене був тимчасовий притулок, так, азюль так званий. Що цікаво, що відрізняється взагалі в Німеччині від України? Це те, що в німецьких університетах у студента є право працювати на сам університет. Тут є відомий термін, який я вже згадувала, асистентка, хіві, студентіше Хілскрафт. Я працюю тут як асистентка, як студентіше, як допоміжна сила, чи що перекладати. І це законом дозволено. В Україні, на жаль, студенти, вони не мають права працювати на університет та отримувати гроші від університету за свою працю. В Німеччині так, можна. Уже згадувала Анна Кетрін про те, що якщо ви international student, like Austauschstudent in, то ви можете працювати 20 годин на тиждень, але це треба перевірити. В моєму випадку трошечки складніше, оскільки я отримую стипендію, і я можу працювати лише ту кількість годин на місяць, яка не є оподаткованою. Тобто я можу заробити там максимум 500 євро, це не оподаткований мінімум, це 37 годин на місяць, і воно якби не буде впливати на мою стипендію. Тому що якщо я буду працювати більше, то мою стипендію будуть скорочувати. Ось так. Яку я стипендію отримую, що вона покриває? Я отримала стипендію, уже згадувала Енн Кетрін, також стипендію DAAD. І це був проєкт, який, на жаль, уже закритий, на нього вже податися не можна. Цукунфт України називався цей проєкт, і мені профінансували вже 1,5 роки навчання, продовжили трохи стипендію до кінця липня, але вже, як рік, здається, на жаль, ніхто подаватися вже не може, і схожого проєкту від DAAD немає. Це був проєкт, який був націлений саме на гуманітарні спеціальності в низці університетах, в тому числі і ЙОТЛЮ. Стипендія, так, була стандартна, даадівська стипендія 900 з чимось євро. Назву програми, з якої ви наукмаз, назву програми у вашому університеті в Гіссені, де ви отримали. Так, я вже згадувала, що ні, немає взагалі нічого співпадати. Я вивчала міжнародні відносини і вступила на програму по міждисциплінарним студіям по вивченню Східної Європи. Там треба було дивитися саме на transcript of records, на якби список, коли ви закінчуєте університет, як це називається українською, не пам'ятаю, коротше. Маєте порахувати просто, скільки у вас кредитів, і чи співпадає кількість кредитів, яку ви прослухали, із вимогами до вступу. Ви можете закінчити бакалаврат, знову ж таки, з якоїсь інформатики та вступити на магістра з якоїсь іншої спеціальності, абсолютно іншої. Але, знову ж таки, є ризик того, що вам дадуть досить високу кількість кредитів по conditional offer. Conditional offer – це типу як умова наздогнати програму, яку ви не змогли опанувати в рамках бакалавріату. У мене таке було, що я там, окрім того, що в мене є мій власний стадій-план, я мала слухати окремо дисципліну по історії, бо мені бракувало 10 кредитів по історії. Тобто, так, от до нас подаються люди з різним бекграундом, всіх допускають, але індивідуально підбирають там оцей conditional offer, виставляють умову. Так. Okay, I think I covered the part I wanted to cover. I talked a lot, I know. Thank you for your patience. And I also answered a couple of questions in the Ukrainian language from the chat. And now I would like to encourage my colleagues, Mavi, are you there? And Vladislav Ugulevich, to help me to answer other questions in the Ukrainian language. So
I think it would be good if we first introduced application and support, because many people have been waiting kind of long for this now, and then we can discuss all questions at the end. And I thank you so much for your translation help. I kind of assumed that you were already answering some questions in Ukrainian, because I was starting to translate them in my DeepL in order to kind of know what the conversation was about. But I would like to introduce application and support first. So if you're interested in studying at our university, whether it is for a German intensive course or for a bachelor program taught in German or a master program, no matter whether it's in German or in English, you need to apply via UniAssist, because I assume that most of you have a non-German university entrance certificate. That is either a high school diploma or also a bachelor's diploma, or even a master's degree if you have one prior, that is not from Germany. And you should apply within the application deadlines for the GPA restricted master programs. That is usually from May 1st until June 15th. And then we also have more programs where you can apply on master's level until August 15th. But the application period usually starts around June if you want to start your studies at JLU in October. But please observe the application deadlines on the respective website. You apply via UniAssist, register there, and then fill in the application form for Justus Liebig University. Upload all the necessary documents that usually includes your diploma and your language proof as well. And you transfer a one-time processing fee of approximately 75 euros. For EU citizens, there are different application procedures, and for foreign nationals with a German university entrance certificate, it's even easier. If you have any questions, we are happy to answer them. I know that there was also a question earlier that I said I would be responding to around now. So it was a question from almost an hour ago. Do I understand it correctly that if I am to apply to a master's program, I have to prove my financial ability to pay for it? Is there a tuition fee? So just to explain, to apply at our university, you don't need to prove financial stability yet. We don't charge any tuition fees. We are a public institution, state-funded, and therefore we only charge a semester fee, which is more or less an administrative fee that is currently 340 euros per semester. And 1 year has 2 semesters, so you pay about 700 euros per year, which is not very much in order to study. But in order to receive a study visa, you will have to present your letter of admission that you get after applying by a uni assist within the deadline and by submitting all necessary documents. You get a letter of admission. And with that letter of admission, you present yourself at the German consulate or embassy in Ukraine to get a student visa for 1 year. And after 1 year, you have to renew that student visa. And the embassy or consulate will ask you to prove financial stability, and that will be approximately 11,000 euros per year. So I just wanted to briefly explain that, because the university itself isn't interested in your financial status, but the embassies and the migration authorities are. Okay, I hope that is clear now. And then I'm coming to the Ukrainian questions, and I think then, Sophia, you will have to help me again. I will also present the last slide, so our support services. If you have any questions about studying at Justus Liebig University Giessen, you can write an email to our counselors for international students. I will write the email in the chat, and they can also assess you and counsel you on the choice of subjects. We also organize an orientation week for international students each semester. There are German language courses free of charge, workshops for study success and career preparation. And we also give practical advice on accommodation, on health insurance in Germany, which is compulsory, social and individual issues, and also study skill and psychological counseling, which is also free of charge, visa and resident permits, individual cases, and also financial issues, okay? Again, I think Hannah also said, while the students were presenting, can we please talk about uni assistant applications and also financing? Financing, as said, we don't have currently scholarships for Ukrainian students, even though Sophia and others are still receiving a scholarship, but the application has been stopped for this year. That scholarship was last valid in December last year. Okay, and then I will have to see the questions. Where did we stop? I think Irina's question from just before 3 p.m. is in Ukrainian. It only has the university written out. Did you already answer that question, Sophia?
Yeah, 1 second. I was waiting. So Irina's question, no, I think I missed Irina's question. If it's about 1 second to look it through once again.
I will translate it. It was about the question to Vladislav. What are the most interesting career opportunities for graduates? Can you tell us your story of the stories of students who have found jobs in companies or international organizations after their studies? I'm not sure if Vladislav is still with us, but I think the question about possible career fields were already also mentioned. If you go on our Instagram, we sometimes have some testimonials of alumni who are currently working. We had that last year, I think in spring, where we had a series with international graduates who told about where they are working from different countries. So I invite you to check out the Instagram jlu.international. You can see it down here, with many interviews, also information about studying in Gießen, and you can get to know our students a bit better. Okay, the question had been from Irina. And then we also have another question that I will translate, because I cannot read Ukrainian. You answered it, right? About the scholarship.
No, it's not about the next question of Mikhailo. It's about the most interesting career opportunities of Justus Liebig University Giessen graduates. I actually talked about it, like about my experience and about my job. But here the question is about whether we know some students that kind of acquired a position in a company or in an international organization. No, it is a question of Irina. Sorry.
That's the question by Mikhail.
For some reason, I have some troubles with this box. And the question of Mikhailo is about exams and about academic loading. Whether there is balance between theoretical and practical exercise education, right? Yeah, I think that Anne-Catherine has already mentioned that we have some practicum, like internships, but you have go to the program and look through the requirements of the program. For instance, if we talk about GITSO Master, the module on Berufsorientierung, or this practicum,
career preparation, yes.
Yeah, career preparation. It is optional. It is optional, and there are like a huge list of the ways how can you cover, with which activities you can cover this module. You can go to a particular institution, you can approach them individually, write them an email and ask whether you can get the opportunity to get an internship within their institution, right? You can participate in a conference. It will also be counted as a practicum, right? So it is very specific. And regarding the exams, I'm sorry, I cannot answer the question about exams because
the exams. I wanted to add to that. So in the natural sciences, because the question was specifically about the natural sciences, you will also have some laboratory modules. So it's also very practically oriented. For example, in the Master in Sustainable Chemistry, the first year is theoretical studies, and then the second year is research, and will be a bit more practical. But we are also a research university. So if you are looking for something very application-oriented, I would also suggest you to have a look at German universities of applied sciences. Of course, here, as Sophia is already stating, participation in a conference or doing an internship as a research center is actually also counted as practical experience here. But especially with the natural sciences, we have a career center, but it's not like you do your thesis here with a company. I think that's rather not that usual, not that common, because we are very research oriented. Okay. So there was a question, the exams, that would be also a subject to the specific subject. You will find that on the website of the program. Okay. Then there is another question in Ukrainian that I will. What permits do students need to work while studying, and what are the restrictions on working? From 3:10. I wrote the link on working in Germany and the legal limits in the chat. I hope you've all seen that. And then someone also asked a question just a few minutes ago. What scholarship do you receive, and what does it cover? I think I answered that already.
I also answered it. I previously.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Another question. If you can, please write your questions in English, because I don't speak Ukrainian and I will have to translate it. And yeah, this tool is a bit challenging to use. Yeah, there was a question, should the name of the program in which someone received their bachelor's degree at NAUC might be the same of the program at the University of Giessen for the master's degree? No, that's not the case. I replied to that already. It should be a related program, but if the name is different, that will be by no means hindering your admission. They will be looking at the credit point and your prior knowledge as stated in the transcript of records. Then there is another question. If a student graduates from a Ukrainian school and receives a certificate which must be submitted to the student's college through the university, does it need to be apostilled? Yes, it needs to have a legal translation. So if you have a diploma in Ukrainian language and also your transcript of records, you will have to have it translated to English or to German by a legal translator in most cases. Yeah.
Yeah, but in my case, some diplomas, like in many universities, especially from Ihor Sikorsky University, Kyiv Mohyla Academy, we have like that translation in English right on the diploma. So I did not get my diploma and transcript of records apostilled.
Exactly. But if you have any doubts about that, we can also assess this on a case-by-case basis. And you can also write an email to Studium International to the email address I had just inserted into the chat. Thank you. Then there is another question by Uliana. Good afternoon. Due to the lack of master programs for veterinary medicine, are there any practice or exchange programs for a semester of fourth-year students of the veterinary faculty in Ukraine? If so, is it possible with the university with which you do not have partnerships? My university has Erasmus Plus support. If your university is not one of our partner universities, it will unfortunately not be able for you to participate in an exchange. But you could maybe speak to your university whether they would like to get in touch with the international office, partnerships, corporations, to maybe set up such a partnership. Yeah, I'm sorry. There is another question from 330. I can't even read the names. The question is, what should I do if I want to enroll in your universities, but all my documents are burned? I see. That's actually a very specific question. And I also suggest you to write an email to our support services in that case, so they can individually counsel you on solutions there. Yeah. Okay. I'm also sorry that that happened to you. Okay. Okay. Then another question in Ukrainian. I will quickly translate that in my browser. 1 second. I'm interested in medicine. Is it possible to improve my German in this area? Yes, it's definitely possible. You could do one of our German intensive courses. I will just put the link in the chat for the German courses and German intensive courses, because that might also apply to other students and other careers. Then we have a question by Vitaly, also in Ukrainian. So, good afternoon. Do I have the chance to enter your institution if I have a 9th grade certificate and continue my studies at college in the 3rd year? I can take the time and grades from the college. I'm not sure I completely understand the question, but you definitely need, I think, at least 11 years of schooling. So you need to finish your secondary education in Ukraine. If you didn't finish your secondary education in Ukraine, you will have to continue your education and then apply with a finished secondary high school diploma. Okay, I hope the question was answered. If not, feel free to write in the chat again. Okay, can a student visa be replaced by a residence permit? That's also a very good question. So it's of course about opportunities of staying in Germany. Yeah, you can definitely do that. So after graduating from your master's program in Germany, you will have 18 months to find a qualified job in Germany. And during that time, you can work in any area. You can work as a waiter, you can work in hospitality, you can work in retail, as long as it gets you some money. And so you have quite some time to look for a job that has to do with your master's program. And usually our graduates also find a job within, let's say, half a year to a year. And then you need to have a median income of at least 46,000 gross income per year. That is a normal amount, a normal salary in Germany. It's not a very high salary, neither a very low salary. So it's definitely possible. And once you have this income, your student visa will be changed into a residence permit. And once you are paying taxes for, I believe, 5 years, you can also apply for German citizenship. Yeah, I will also put the link in the chat. From the official information. So it's about the EU Blue Card, yeah? And it says how long you have time to search for a job and then how you can change your student visa for a residence permit. So Derenik also asked what he should do if his documents burned.
I would like to answer this question because
yeah.
I don't think that Germany can provide any support in this regard. I would like to advise you to, first of all, try to access your documents via DIA. Then I know 100% the Ministry of Education of Ukraine has a line which you can use in order like to understand what you should do. I can switch to Ukrainian if you want. Можу зараз перейти на українську мову. Стосовно того, як документи свої відновити, я сказала, що типу, you can access it via DIA, можна через DIA спробувати. Якщо в тебе закінчене навчання, в DIA можна типу, подивитися, чи підтягнувся в тебе диплом. Це перше. Друге, спробуй написати в свій університет, тому що я впевнена, що, ну, принаймні так було у мого хлопця, тому що мій хлопець з Маріуполя. Він писав в свій університет, і університет якби переїхав в інше місто просто в Україні, і вони йому допомогли з цим. Далі також сказала про гарячу, про лінію в Міністерстві освіти та науки України. І мені здається, що є досить великий шанс того, що ти зможеш спокійно свої документи знайти в діджитал форматі, оскільки наша країна досить діджиталізована. Я не думаю, що є проблема в цьому випадку. І також я сумніваюся, що Німеччина може якось допомогти з цим. Тут треба вже вирішувати проблему всередині України. So I have already answered the question regarding the documents. I just suggested a couple of ways of how one can, in this case, find like other alternatives, how to get the documents via our, for instance, governmental online portal, DIA, because Ukraine is a digitalized country, and we have electronic documents that are used within Ukraine and even abroad. And also, like another way was to contact the University of Mariupol, which is still functioning, but not in Mariupol, because Mariupol is occupied by Russian forces. I just have a similar experience, like a second-hand experience. I have a boyfriend from Mariupol who faced these very challenges about the documents, burned home, and yeah, he tried to use these three very ways: DIA, then hotline of the Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine, and then the university, a kind of university in exile in a different city, not Mariupol. I mean, the university just moved from Mariupol to a different city. So I tried to help, and from my side, that's it.
Okay, thank you for your personal report about this. So someone also asked for the contact, so I will now also close the question and answer time and share some important links with you and the contacts. You can also find the contacts on the current slide. So Studium-International would be about organizing your studies. And then there is also international admission. International admission is about application admission and enrollment, yeah? And the email address is this one, at uni-giessen.de, yeah? You can also contact the GITSO. You also have here the information on application, on UniAssist application procedure and German language prerequisites in case that applies to your program. Also, the information about visa, health insurance, and financing your stay through scholarships. Yeah, also very important information. And then also finding accommodation. Yeah, okay, good. All right. So there's a conversation between Edu Abroad and Derenik. Whose contacts do you need? Right.
Should I probably leave my email for the students who are interested in this so they can approach me in a case?
Yeah, feel free
Okay.
to do that. Yeah, and if there is anything more technical, you can always refer them to the international office. But thank you very much for your commitment. Okay. Then I would close the session for today. And thank you very much also for your many, many questions and for your high interest and very, very large and warm thank you to the 3 students by the Giessen Center for Eastern European Studies for your commitment and for your support. In case of any questions, you can also write us a message on Instagram. We will also reply on Instagram or refer you to the respective department, depending on the specificity of your question. It was a pleasure to take part. It was a long session, but I think it was definitely worth it to get to know all of you. And we look forward to your applications, and we hope to see you in Gießen.
Right, so thank you very much to you, Anna, and also Sophia, Vladislav, Maviel. Thank you very much. Very informative presentation. Actually, hope that not only the participants in our fair, but also the ones who will see this presentation on YouTube record will receive much information too. So thank you once again. Також дякую всім, хто був з нами на цій презентації, задавав питання і виявляв свій інтерес. Завжди це приємно бачити. Якщо щось пропустили, буде запис. Запис ми всім надішлемо вже скоро. So thank you, and as always, we are always waiting for you on our presentations. It's always nice too working with you. So goodbye and have everything fine, and good luck on your job education and so on. So goodbye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.